Hi ladies, it's Sadie here again. This video, we are going to be covering the ordering process. So for you new team members, this is really important because this is going to cover how to place your very first order, which I think is super exciting. So just as a reminder, I'm going to cover the information, but I would still have your uplines involved if possible. I would call your direct sponsor or one of your uplines to help you place that, just to make sure that we're getting everything 100%. So the first thing we're going to do is just go over how to place your order, and then I'll just kind of go over some important tips to help you remember while placing that. So we're going to go ahead and turn to the computer. The thing to understand is when you first sign up as a new team member, you are going to get access to what is called the back office. So when you go to the Senegent's website, you will sign into your back office with your distributor number and your login password. Then when you log in, you will be brought to your back office. Now, if you go to the top, here's all the tabs that you'll be using with your business. To place your order, you're going to go to this order tab here, and it's going to bring down a drop box, and you're going to go to the first option, which is product. It will then bring up the order categories that you can add to your cart. So this first section here is going over current promotions or limited edition products. The second portion is the training program. So if you ever want a training package, you can purchase them there. The next category is our Lip Sense collections. So when you purchase a collection from this section, you are getting the color, the remover, and the gloss. So you are paying the $55 for the total collection. Now to add something to your cart, there is a blank box here, and that's where you're going to type in the quantity that you want, whether it's 1 set, 2 sets, however many, and just make sure here that you're applying the quantity to the correct collection that you want. Now, if you scroll down just a little bit, the next portion is individual lip sense colors. So make sure you're applying the correct one, whether you want the whole collection or just the color. Again, you're just going to go to the box, add your quantity, and the individual colors are $25. Scrolling down a little further, our next portion is the liner scents. So your lip liners, they're $22. Our glosses, which you could have the 10 different gloss options, are $20, and you can add them to your cart there. Scrolling down a little bit more, we start to get into our cosmetics. So you start to get into your eyeliner, your lash scents, your brow scents, your shadow scents, which are all your eyeshadows. You start getting into then your skincare line, anti-aging skincare solutions. So everything you could possibly order is here for you. Now what I'm going to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom. And this is some important information you'll want to know. Now, this portion here is samples. So if you ever want the glossy gloss samples for demos or foundation testers for makeovers or to send as gifts to your customers, you can purchase them there. Or you can come down here to miscellaneous, where you can buy random little things like the lip stickers or palettes. Then you come here to your supplies, which is where you can buy a brush collection, a clutch, anything you want. And at the very bottom is media. Now the two that I mainly use here would be the beauty book here, which is a 20 pack for $10, because I send a beauty book to every single customer so they see every product we have to offer. And also the customer purchase receipt. Those are the order forms that I do use with my customers, and you can get a 25 pack for $5. So that's where you will add everything. You'll just add the quantity here and it will add it to your cart. Now, when you're ready to move forward, there are buttons to the right-hand side here that say add to cart. By clicking any one of those, it will pull all of your information over. It doesn't have to be by each category. Now, the next page we're going to look at, we're going to be wanting to make sure of a couple things, which I'll show you as soon as the page pulls up. The first thing we're going to look at is a summary of everything you've ordered. You'll want to check that 2 or 3 times to make sure that everything is on there. Once you click submit, you cannot go back and change anything, and the company cannot help you. So double check it. Then you're going to make sure that the PV for the order is where you want it. And like I've always said, you want to make sure you're always checking out with at least 300 PV. Make sure that you're getting the correct discount. And then we're going to just go ahead and move forward. So we're going to go ahead and show you this on the computer. So up here just gives you all of your distributor information. Then right here is where, in this area would be where your order summary is listed. So because I only have one collection, I have apple cider collection, that's where it is. But if you had a bigger order, it would list them all. So double check that and make sure everything is in there. Then right here on the left-hand side, it's giving you the PV for this order. This is where you want to make sure that number says 300 PV. And then below it, it's going to tell you the discount rate that they're giving you. So make sure if you're in your first 90 days, that discount says 50%. And if you're out of your 90 days, it would drop down to 40. Now we're going to come over to the other side and you can check to make sure all the prices are correct. This is where you're checking for your shipping, handling, tax. This is where it's telling you your tax percentage, so you know what to charge your customers. And then right below this, it gives you your Cash balance and your Buck balance. The company will send you Bucks for different things, maybe your birthday, or if you sponsor a new distributor and help her place a 300 PV order in her first 30 days, they will put Bucks in your account. They will also place Cash into your account, and this is where you would apply it to your order. So normally, when you apply the Cash or Bucks, it automatically takes it from your order. Now, the thing to understand is Bucks is worth the PV value. So it's worth half the retail value. So for example, if the company gives you 50 Bucks and they're in your back office, you can apply that to your order. And if you're ordering at a 50% discount, you will get 50% of those Bucks. So 50 Bucks would equal $25. Now, Cash, they're paying you for team commissions. So if you haven't opted in to get a check, the company will pay you in Cash and it will be placed right there in your back office so you can use it for your orders and product. Cash is worth 100% retail value, so it's dollar for dollar. So 50 Bucks, or Cash, I'm sorry, 50 Cash would be $50. So Bucks is worth half, Cash is worth full retail value. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to the last step. So I'm gonna show you how to finalize your order. So again, right here, it's going to summarize your order. So this is the last place to double check to make sure everything is there. Then you're going to click this button right here. It's a little checkbox. Click that. If it's not clicked, the order will not process. This is just saying that you've sold 70% of your previous order, which this is not mandatory. If you want to keep building your stock, that's okay. But the company does make you click that just to process the order. Now the next portion you're going to look at is right here towards the left. Or the right, sorry, we're backwards here. This is just your payment profile and your shipping profile. So making sure it's getting taken out of the correct account and shipping to the correct location. And the very last thing you need to make sure to do is enter your verification code from the back of your card here. And then you're gonna click submit. Now, once your order is submitted, it will bring up an order form for you and give you a printout of everything that you've put into your cart. Make sure to print those out and keep those for taxes. Also, again, just making sure that you are having your upline or one of your, maybe your Crown Princess, direct sponsor, just make sure someone is helping you with that first order to make sure that everything is done correct and that we're getting you the best bang for your buck. So that is how you order. And if you guys have any questions, again, just message me. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.